Hi everyone, time for a classic chai latte demo. If you are here watching, make sure you say hi. Let us know if you love a chai latte. So we have a lot of chai teas. I think there's like 6 or 7 of them, and you can make a latte out of any of them. So if you're looking for something caffeine free, we have some great caffeine free chai teas you can make a latte from. And what I'm doing here today is I've actually made kind of a classic chai. So it's a recipe using just a classic black tea. I used Irish breakfast. English breakfast also works great. And those teas are just amazing, delicious, traditional black teas. And then I added our masala chai spice. So let me talk about that for a minute. This is our masala chai spice. It can be found in the latte section in the catalog or on our websites. And it is just a spice blend. So this is not a tea. It's just a nice spice blend, and I'm gonna tell you what's all in it here. It's got all your classic chai spices. So we've got ginger, cinnamon, cardamom, fennel, cloves, black pepper, and nutmeg. So some great classic spices. I find it is fairly peppery, so like I don't use a lot. My recipe, and that's what I have steeping here in our tea press, is 1 cup of hot water, 1 cup of hot milk. I put in 1 good scoop of our, this is our pot scoop, so that's like a tablespoon and a half of our Irish breakfast black tea. And then I did 1 teaspoon of the masala chai spice. So I just used 2 of our matcha scoops, that is a ½ teaspoon, and I put that all in there. And oh, I forgot my honey. And then I let it steep for like 10 minutes. So, and sometimes I make this on the stove top as well. So you want to sweeten it because there's no sweetener, there's no sugar in any of those teas or the spice blend. And I do always sweeten my lattes because they are a treat. And so I like to sweeten them up. And you can use whatever sweetener you prefer to use. I'm gonna just stir in that honey and I'm gonna let it melt in with my hot water and steep with those lovely chai spices. And oh my God, it just smells so amazing. Something about a chai latte is just so warm and comforting and delicious. I love, 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 love it. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that's dissolving. Maybe my water wasn't as hot as I thought it was. Okay, we'll just let that melt in there. That's almost ready to press down. So how the tea press works is you put your tea in there and your hot water and whatever, you let it steep for the required amount of time, then you just press it down and you press those tea leaves to the bottom and then it's ready to drink. So while that finishes up, let's froth our milk, because as with all lattes, we're doing like, with the chai, since I already have milk in there, and it's already nice and creamy, I would probably like pour my cup about 3/4 of the way and just kind of top it with a little bit of my milk froth. So I have warmed up my skim milk here, pouring it into the milk frother, our favorite toy, and then we're just gonna pump that up for like 30 seconds or so. And oh, I'm gonna have to grab my spice to sprinkle on the top. Actually, sometimes I sprinkle a little cinnamon on the top of my chai latte, but I think I'll just use a little bit of the masala chai spice and sprinkle that on top. And I was also gonna mention that I often, if I wanna tipsy this up a little bit, I like to use rum chata. It is absolutely perfect in a chai latte. So sometimes I'll just add a shot into the drink itself. Sometimes I add a shot of it with my milk, and then I just froth it all up together. It is really good. I actually have run out of that. The other day I bought some peppermint bark rum chata, which is also very, very good. Really good in the candy cane latte. Okay, so that is starting to get nice and thick. So I'm just gonna leave that sit for a minute. We're gonna pour our chai. Okay, oh, we're gonna press first. First press, then pour. I love this tea press. I have had this pretty much since I started my business. I've had this tea press for like almost 4 years. It is glass, never broken it. That's pretty amazing. I guess it's kind of protected in its little holder here, so that works. All right, so see how much I get here. Of course, I am using my favorite latte cup again, the double bubble cup. It is a cutie. Okay, now we're gonna pour a little bit of that. Actually, we're gonna spoon some of that milk froth right on top. You can see how nice and thick it is. That is skim milk, and that is how lovely and thick it gets. See? Beautiful. So let's put some of that nice thick foam from the top on there. Pour a little more in. And then, if you really enjoy your whip on top of your lattes, you know, if you like to get your lattes from the coffee shop and you always get it with whip on top, I most definitely do, then you can also add some whip on top of that. I do like to do, you could omit the froth milk, you can do both. I do like to put a little bit of froth in there and then a little bit of cream on, or whipped cream on top, and it just makes it a little bit nice and sweet. It's like a sweet treat on top. And then just a little bit of my masala chai spice. We're gonna sprinkle that on top. See how beautiful that is? Okay, let's try it. Oh yeah. It is so, so good. So, so good. So that is how you just make a great chai latte now. So I use the black tea and the masala spice together. You could do the same thing, but just use any chai tea. So like, I've got a couple here. We've got a cinnamon chai black tea. We have a spicy chai pu'er tea. And we do have some others. Like I said, there's a few caffeine-free options. And you can just use a good scoop of that, steep it in your milk and your water with a little bit of honey, and you've got all of your chai spices in there, and it will make a great chai latte. All right?